Since you guys really love books, I decided to make an updated version of this list. So let's go. Number 50, we have Why Nations Fail. This book will make you understand the true reasons why some nations are so prosperous and the others are so poor. It really delves deeply into the issues and has realistic explanations and historical evidence to support its points. Number 49, The Stranger. This novel will make you understand how absurd life is and how you don't really need to care about societal expectations and norms as much as you think. Number 48, Crime and Punishment. This book makes you understand what truly goes inside the mind of a criminal and how our actual self is different from our perceived self. Number 47, The Constitution of Liberty. This book lays out an ideal system for all of us with minimum government role and maximum choices and is quite logical. Number 46, How Fascism Works. This book explains how fascist regimes operate and what the different steps of fascism are. Number 45, The Bible. I really didn't want to include religious books on this list, but it's pretty good and has a lot of important lessons and is the source of many of Thorfinn's motivations in Vinland Saga Season 2. Number 44, Chanakya. This book has a lot of important lessons for self-improvement and I highly recommend it. Number 43, Arthashastra. It's a really good book with a lot of interesting concepts related to economics and politics and how to manage a country's economy and polity. Number 42, Bhagavad Gita. A very interesting and spiritual guide for all of us with important lessons. Number 41, Brothers Karamzov. This novel tells the story of mainly three brothers but also has a lot of side stories inside it, which are quite meaningful as well. For example, The Grand Inquisitor. Number 40, Nudge. It's one of the best books of behavioral economics of all time and has a lot of applicability in real life. Number 39, Misbehaving. Basically, a book with a lot of realistic concepts in both in behavioral economics and also about how the discipline came to be established. Number 38, Economics, a book that really dives deeply into a variety of topics using the economic methods of research. Number 37, Super Freakonomics, basically like Freakonomics but even more interesting and freaky. Number 36, Anti-Fragile. It argues about how some things can always survive under stress and uncertainty and how we should develop this mindset and survive in the same way. Number 35, From the Genealogy of Morals, a very interesting book that dives into the concept of morality and whether it's objective or just a dogma. Number 34, Books from the Underground. It basically tells you about the importance and inevitability of suffering. Number 33, Think Like a Freak. This book teaches you how to be objective and curious in all ways possible in order to gain true knowledge. Number 32, Flow. Exactly what you think it is. It teaches you how to get into the flow state and what factors truly lead to flow and affect it. Number 31, Twilight of the Idols. Book that deals with the demise of religion and philosophy and how we should live lives that are free from religious customs and beliefs. Number 30, Ecce Homo. Basically about why Nietzsche is so great but has a lot of other life lessons to it as well. Number 29, Thus Spoke Zarathustra, a fictional story by Nietzsche about a traveler who spreads a lot of meaningful knowledge. Number 28, Beyond Good and Evil, probably the best work of Friedrich Nietzsche, which teaches you really well how to think beyond the concepts of good and evil in the most objective way possible. Number 27, Manipulation. This book teaches you how to manipulate and how to avoid being manipulated. Number 26, Dark Psychology Secrets, a book that teaches you how different people and organizations use different ways to manipulate you and how to counter them. Number 25, Farsighted. This book helps you to analyze and make far-sighted decisions. Number 24, The Daily Stoic. This book basically goes over many Stoic philosophies and how to apply them daily. Number 23, The Laws of Human Nature. It teaches you about how humans truly function and what their different irrationalities are and goes into it quite deeply. Number 22, Read People Like a Book. Literally a guide to understanding all sorts of people around you and it's very practical. Number 21, 365 Days of Self-Discipline. Helps you to understand and truly be disciplined every single day. Number 20, Animal Farm, a pretty good fictional novel which mainly teaches you about how dictatorship comes to be established. Number 19, Sapiens. There's no better book to learn about the entire history of humanity, in my opinion. Number 18, Make It Stick, a book that's very useful and has a lot of useful learning techniques. Number 7, Eat That Frog. Trust me, it's the only productivity book that you'll ever need, so save time and don't read every productivity book that you can. Number 16, Can't Hurt Me. Basically a book about David Goggins, his life story, how he broke his limits, and how you can too. Number 15, Wealth of the Nations, a classic legend by Adam Smith which teaches you the fundamentals of all modern economics. Number 14, The Theory of Moral Sentiments, one of the best philosophical books ever about the human nature and sympathy. Number 13, How We Learn. This book dives deeply into how we actually learn, as in how our brain actually learns important information and applies it. Number 12, The Prince. An excellent book full of Machiavellian strategies and tactics, and it teaches you how to respond according to a situation and can be applied to real life as well. Number 11, Meditations. Basically, teach Stoicism and how to apply it to real life. Number 10, 1984. It's honestly a very futuristic book about how humanity is limiting itself too much and depicts the true nature of totalitarianism. And I believe that all those idiots who get offended at the slightest things and support dictatorship, I don't know why, should read it. Number 9, Homo Deus. This book is for all those who are truly concerned about the future of humanity. Number 8, Limitless. Helps you level up your learning skills to the maximum. Number 7, 36 Stratagems. This book helps you to use a lot of strategies to get what you want. Number 6, 33 Strategies of War, a masterpiece by Robert Greene which delves deeply into different strategies that you can use to win. Number 5, Atomic Habits. Yep, it's scaled up quite a bit in ranking compared to my previous video. And that's because of how useful and applicable I found this book to be, and how everything about us revolves around our habits. Number 4, 48 Laws of Power. This book has all the laws of power being used against you and how you can use these as well. Number 3, The Art of War. It's literally a guidebook full of strategies which can be used on anyone and anything in order to win. Number 2, The Art of Thinking Clearly. It basically teaches you about pretty much all the irrationalities and cognitive biases that are known to man right now and how you can counter them by logical thinking. And lastly, number 1, we have The Black Swan. I'm not sure if this book's entry into number 1 itself is a black swan, but I really think that this book is the most important one for this century so far because of how impactful unpredictable things can be to our lives. It teaches how unpredictability actually works and even guides you on how to counter some of them. So yeah, thanks for watching.